contractor found dried blood under every floorboard in the nursery. He called me immediately, voice shaking, saying I needed to come home right now and maybe bring the police. My pregnant wife and I had just bought this 1920s craftsman house 3 months ago, planning to renovate the small bedroom into a nursery for our daughter due in 6 weeks. What we found under those boards changed everything. It wasn't just blood. There were fingernail scratches in the wood beneath, like someone had been clawing desperately. The contractor, a guy who'd seen everything in 30 years, was white as paper. The police arrived within minutes, then crime scene techs, then detectives. They sectioned off our house like it was an active murder scene. The blood was old, they said, decades old, but preserved by the sealed floorboards. My wife sat in our car crying while they worked. We'd put our entire savings into this house. We'd painted the nursery walls soft yellow just last week. We'd assembled the crib yesterday. Now CSI was photographing blood patterns where our daughter was supposed to sleep. The detective pulled up the house records. In 1962, a couple named the Brennans lived here with their infant daughter. The wife, Judith, disappeared one night. The husband claimed she ran off with another man, left the baby behind. Nobody questioned it. Women did that sometimes, they said. The husband remarried within a year, raised the daughter with his new wife, lived here until 1995. The blood told a different story. DNA testing would take weeks, but the pattern was clear. Someone had bled extensively under those floorboards. Someone had tried to claw their way out of something. The scratches were desperate, frantic. Then came the cadaver dogs. They went straight to the basement, to a section of concrete that looked newer than the rest. The previous owner had told us it was repaired after a pipe burst in the 60s. The concrete matched the timeline of Judith's disappearance. They started jackhammering that afternoon. My wife and I watched from the yard as they pulled up chunks of our basement floor. 3 feet down, they found her. Judith Brennan, 23 years old, mother of a 6-month-old baby. She'd been wrapped in plastic sheeting and covered in lime. The medical examiner found skull fractures consistent with blunt force trauma. She'd been hit repeatedly with something heavy. The blood in the nursery was from where he'd initially attacked her. She'd been alive when he put her under those floorboards. The claw marks were her trying to escape while he went to get materials to move her. He'd come back, finished the job, dragged her to the basement, and buried her under fresh concrete. Then he'd replaced the nursery floorboards, painted them, and put his daughter's crib right on top of where her mother had died. We couldn't stay there. Nobody could expect us to raise our daughter in a house where another mother had been murdered in what would be her room. But we couldn't afford to leave either. We'd put everything into this house. We were trapped. That's when the calls started. First from a true crime podcast wanting to film in the house, then a documentary crew, then a streaming service wanting to buy the exclusive rights to film there. The murder house had become famous overnight. Judith's daughter, now in her 60s, came forward. She'd lived her whole life believing her mother had abandoned her. Her father had died 5 years ago, taking his secret to the grave. She'd inherited money from him, money she now wanted nothing to do with. She offered to buy the house from us at double what we paid. She wanted to tear it down, build a memorial garden for the mother she never really knew. We took the deal immediately. We moved into a rental while searching for a new home, one with no history, no blood, no secrets under the floors. Our daughter was born healthy and safe in a clean, boring hospital room. We named her Judith. It felt like the only right thing to do. The original Judith's daughter built that memorial garden. It's beautiful now, full of roses and sunshine. She invited us to visit when our Judith was 3 months old. We stood where the nursery used to be, where that young mother had died trying to claw her way back to her baby. The blood was gone, the house was gone, but something about that ground still felt heavy with grief. Sometimes I dream about it, about Judith Brennan under those floorboards, desperate to get back to her daughter sleeping in the crib above her, about her husband's new wife later rocking that same baby in that same room, never knowing the mother was literally beneath her feet, about all the families who lived thereafter, their children playing where she died. We found our perfect house eventually. New construction, no history, no previous owners, no blood under any floors, but I still check every room, every closet, every basement corner, because now I know what houses can hide, what ordinary floors can cover, what secrets get buried under fresh paint and new floorboards. Our Judith is 2 now, running through our bloodless hallways, laughing in rooms where nobody has died. It's all we wanted. A house without ghosts, without blood, without someone else's tragedy waiting to be discovered. Just a normal house where we could raise our daughter without wondering who might be buried beneath our feet.